Welcome, welcome, welcome to a Notch Higher YouTube living channel. This is Jasmine. This channel has been created as a space and an environment where healthy relationship skills can be learned, developed, practiced, so they can ultimately thrive. I am on day 28 of my Focus First Living Free. I was going to say Healthy Living Challenge. This will not be edited because we are showing up as my authentic self, and I don't know how to edit. So if you do, please reach out to me. I appreciate it. But this is day 28, and what I do is have a early morning routine, and I am doing this for the first quarter of the year. And there are 6 areas that I focus on throughout the week for 6 days a week. The areas are emotional, financial, physical, relational, spiritual, vocational, and / career. So what that really means is that instead of being really random with the way that I'm showing up and the way that I am focusing on my days, I have a set plan and set agenda intention. That's the word. I have a set agenda. You can join this challenge too, and I'm actually challenging myself. I am going to create a link, a page where people can register themselves to join the challenge officially for themselves, so I can have a guided way to track or connect with people. And I'm going to do it on March the 1st. This is a challenge for myself. So I'm sharing this to get you started, to get you prepared. And I'm going to share a little bit why I'm waiting until March the 1st. 1, to get my life together in my mind and to get it together to send. But 2, that's one thing that I'm learning about looking at the long-term view or the long view of things, is that it helps to sit down and plan it. And when I say plan, I'm not saying like everything has to be right and perfect, but have a framework, have something that I'm actually reaching towards. And that really helps out. The other thing is that it's the new year. Sometimes we start off with resolutions. This isn't a resolution. This is a commitment to yourself to be brilliant, to be bold, and to show up for yourself. I've been doing this Show Up and Shine challenge, which has been very, very, very hopeful internally. And I wanted to, and I committed to like doing something for myself and for others. So I'm going to do a healthy life challenge. I've wanted to do it, but I'm facing my fear of not knowing how to do something and figuring it out, asking for help and doing it. And then the other thing is that since it's not something that's a New Year's resolution, I wanted to incorporate something that has been helping me, and I'm hoping that it will help you. And what that actually is looking at something and breaking it down in smaller chunks. So it's going to be 30 days. I know for some people, 30 days is like, oh, what are we going to do for 30 days? But the 30 days, well, actually 31 because it's 31 days in March, but we're going to break it down in 7-day chunks. So what helped me in that focus fourth was every 7 days is what I was focusing on. So every day for 7 days, that was the focus. It broke down the 122 days because the only thing I needed to focus on was 7 days at a time. And then even breaking that down was the 1 day at a time and just keep going 6 days a week. So that helps us to develop a new muscle, develop a new muscle memory, develop our consciousness and our subconscious level to say like, hey, we're doing something different here. Let's go for it. And then the practicing part will be daily. If we practice something, what I understand is that sometimes you need to go fast. That helps. But if you want to do something sustainable, sometimes you just got to focus on the long view. And I'm going to keep using that word, the long view. And when we focus so much on the short view and going fast, we're able to gain traction, but it's not always sustainable. So we're going to be focusing on sustainability. focusing on something that creates a new pattern and it creates a new momentum over the long haul. Not simply, oh, I did that thing for 14 days. Oh yeah, I did that 2 years ago. But what if the look is, you know what, 30 days I tried something and I've been still doing it, and it's 3 years later. It's 5 years later because I developed a foundation that set you in a trajectory to keep moving forward. So that's what we can develop and practice. So ultimately the thriving will be, I'm doing something. Do you see how I'm moving? This is my, what do they call it? My special effects. I'm just pausing all in this video. But over the long haul, you have internal wins, and that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I have learned, and that's what I have been practicing. The internal win, nobody can take that from you. And that's the part that I am understanding that people don't have. I haven't had the internal win, so I was doing things and people were impressed, but I wasn't convinced. So this challenge is about convincing yourself, because when you convince you, when I convince me, I'm not really impressing you, and I'm not trying to, because your impression of me is not weighted more than my integrity of myself. So that is what the Healthy Life Challenge is going to be for the month of March. It's going to be forthcoming because I have to work on it. So I'm challenging myself as I challenge you to give you a chance. When I send out the link, sign up. You're worth it. You're so worth it. So on day 28, I am living my Healthy Life Challenge one day at a time. I don't know why I'm talking like this today, but this is how I'm coming through. I wish you the most beautiful, wonderful, spectacular day. And let's let this be our thought. Even if I don't know how, I can ask how. I can ask someone and I can figure it out. Or I can leave it and I can let the answer come to me. So, great day, everyone. Great morning, great afternoon, great evening, whenever you're watching this video. Show up and shine. Bye.